line now. He is with Opensnow.com, and we're talking about the storm that's coming to Colorado. And this is welcome news after, wow, Joel, weeks and weeks of unseasonably warm weather. We just hosted the World Cup downhill and Super G last week. They were fine with their machine-made snow, but now we're ready to bring it on with some storms. Tell us what's going on in the weather world.
Yeah, it's funny. Usually, or not, I don't want to say usually, but often we have had storms on those race days, which is
Yes.
great for the rest of us, but not for the racers. But no such luck for us this year, but lucky for them. So, yeah, it's been about 2 weeks or so
Hmm.
without much natural snow. And thankfully, we're going to have a strong storm that will bring the most snow probably Thursday night into Friday morning. This is not the storm of the century or
Yeah.
something like that, but it is a significant storm that should bring good snowfall and make the area look a lot more like winter and maybe open up a little bit more terrain.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of times we'll get these bigger storms in October, November, even way before the slopes are open, which just sets up that nice base, a good beginning starting point. We have had to really rely on the machine-made snow this year. So, but I want to remind people, even if we do get a foot or 2 feet, there's still stuff underneath. Do be careful, and they'll be opening up the terrain as it's deemed safe. So don't just jump out there. It looks beautiful, but you don't quite know what's underneath.
Absolutely. And, when you look at some cams and some friends, or a friend sent me a picture taken from a plane above Vale and just a couple of days ago, and the north facing slopes, while the snowpack isn't deep, at least has
Okay.
kept snow
Yeah.
because it's the shaded side. The south facing slopes and the back bowls, have no snow or very, very little snow.
Yeah.
So it'll be welcome to get the snow. We could get a little bit leading up to the storm on Thursday, but the wind direction is not favorable for Vale. However, Thursday night into Friday morning, we should see a 6 to 12 hour period of pretty intense snow.
Okay.
Temperatures will drop, the winds will go to a more favorable west and northwest direction, and all of those things point to say 8 to 12-ish inches.
Okay.
I doubt we'll get less than 6 or 8. More than a foot would be a big bonus, but even in that range would be
Yeah.
welcome.
And what's interesting is just between the mileage of Vail to Beaver Creek, we can get different amounts or different
Yep.
resorts. Steamboat, Crested Butte, over in Summit County. It's interesting to see how the storms favor different resorts due to a lot of that wind.
Absolutely. And so for this storm, a lot of the beginning part of the storm, the wind direction will blow from the west southwest or southwest, and that favors areas to the south and west of Vale. And then when that wind direction swings around and blows from the northwest, which is the best direction for Vale, that's when we'll probably see a couple hour period of very intense snow late Thursday night or kind of sunrise ish on Friday morning. So northwest is generally best for Vale, but there are other things in the atmosphere that control where the snow falls, not just wind direction. So while wind direction is important, it's not the only thing, um, but it is a big part of what I look at to see which mountain might get the most snow.
Okay, okay, perfect. And then it looks like, according to OpenSnow.com, we could get another storm next week. So tell us about that.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
California is going to get a lot of snow later over the weekend and into the early part of next week. What we're watching is a piece of that storm going to break off and head east into
Okay.
the Rockies? The answer is probably yes, but
Yeah.
what we don't know if that piece of the storm will track directly over Colorado or not. If it does, this could be another significant storm for the Vail Valley. If it doesn't track directly over Colorado, then maybe it's a few inches, but it's not a significant storm. So
Okay.
fingers crossed on that one. The Thursday Friday storm, high confidence.
Okay.
Next week's Wednesday-ish storm, still low confidence.
Okay, well, we know how it is. I mean, it's hard to predict the weather, and you guys are dialing it in as much as science will allow. So we appreciate that and appreciate your time today. We know you're busy, so thank you so much, Joel, for your time. Joel Gratz with OpenSnow.com, and hopefully keep your fingers crossed. Do your snow dance, wash your car. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm sure it'll come. So thank you for your time today.